Good afternoon, everybody. In the Satires, which is a work by the Roman poet Juvenal, is the line Qui custodiet ipsos custodes, which basically translates as who guards the guards or who watches the watchman. These days, it's come to be used more like who holds those in power to account. Now, what's that got to do with dementia, you're going to say? Because this is why. In dementia and any other uh, care environment, who cares for the carers? Who looks after you? And it's an interesting question because if you haven't got the support network, it's very, very difficult. So let me tell you a little bit about our story. We moved to where we live now, to this area, in 2008. No, that's not right. Let me just get. No, sorry, I've got that wrong. In 2017, I'm about 10 years out there. Anyway, and we moved for my work. Now, I'd said to my wife, I'm looking to change jobs. I don't want to do shift work anymore, excuse me. Um, there's no office jobs, 9 to 5 jobs around in the company, but we can move to various other places. Where would you like to consider? And she said, I don't really mind. And I ended up getting a job in this area, and so we moved. And we knew that we were moving away from our family and our friends, but we'd done it before, and it was kind of me and her against the world, if you like. We didn't really need to worry about anything else. As long as we could go and visit people and they could come and visit us, it's all going to be fine. And that's what we did. And things were going great. Didn't really have any issues until I started having concerns about my wife's health, probably just before lockdown. So, here's my advice. If you or your partner or both of you are becoming more senior, certainly if you're looking to relocate after retirement, I would very, very strongly think about your support network because the rate of dementias is increasing rapidly. There's already nearly 1 million people in this country with some form of dementia, and that's going to go up and up and up. And you're going to need support because this is impossible to navigate by yourself, especially in the early days when you may not even have a diagnosis yet and weird things are happening that you just don't understand and you're trying to get a handle on. I would very, very, very strongly recommend that you think very hard about moving away from all your family and all your friends. Yes, you may well make friends in your new area, and that'd be great. Are they your real, true friends that you know you can rely on? I can rely on my parents. I'm lucky both my parents are still alive. I know I can rely on my parents for anything if I need it. But my dad lives 80 miles away, my mum lives 130 miles away. My stepdaughter and my stepson live 100 miles away. My nearest good friend lives 60 miles away. And with all of those distances, it's difficult just to ring up and say, fancy a pint? Because I've had a really crappy day and I really need to vent and unload and have someone to talk to. It's not easy to do that. But sometimes that's what you need. I had a particularly difficult visit to the nursing home yesterday. And I really, really could have done with someone to go out for a couple of pints with and just sit down and vent, really. And I didn't have it. So what did I do? I'll tell you what I did. I went to the corner shop, I bought 4 donuts and I wolfed them down. I'm comfort eating. It's not good. It's not good to be that insular. But there is also the aspects of self-care. If it's been a particularly tricky day, sometimes 4 donuts are the solution. I wouldn't recommend it regularly. A coffee on the way home or a cake. Couple of beers of an evening while you're watching a film. I wouldn't say go mad. And it doesn't have to be food and drink. You know, your favourite comedy series, your favourite films, your favourite game on the PlayStation or the Xbox. Maybe one where you get to blow stuff up or go mad in a car, you know, like GTA or something. They can all help. Music is great, can be for you. If you take solace in music, that's definitely a good one. But, as I say, I very strongly recommend that if you are approaching the age where dementia could become an issue, and you don't have to be very old. If you're watching EastEnders at the moment, Nigel's storyline, where he has been diagnosed with dementia, and Nigel, I believe, is meant to be about my age, in his mid-50s. Yeah, if you're thinking of relocating to somewhere where you don't currently have a support network, I would think very, very strongly about that. Because you as the carer, you're going to need support and care. Any questions, drop them in the comments here. As I've said before, I'm not an expert. This is only stuff that's come through my experience of dealing with this with my wife's dementia. But I'll do my best to help and maybe point you to sort of any resources that are around. All right? Cheers.